Spirituality, the psychology of something bigger. Most people see spirituality as identical to religion, rituals, places of worship, beliefs about God or the afterlife. Here, we understand that spirituality, from a psychological perspective, is a basic human need to feel connected to something greater than oneself. It is not about believing or not believing in the supernatural, but about the experience of transcendence, when the boundaries of the ego expand and you feel part of a larger whole. This need exists in every human being, and when ignored, it can appear as existential loneliness, emptiness, or a directionless search for meaning. So, what are the forms of spirituality in human psychology? 1. When the ego melts and you feel one. Have you ever felt, while watching a sunset, been moved by music that takes you somewhere else? Or felt so close to someone that your sense of self blurs? That is a spiritual experience. Psychology calls it a peak experience, a moment when the ego, usually busy maintaining boundaries, suddenly melts, and you feel part of something greater. In these moments, self-focused anxiety fades, leaving awe, gratitude, and connection. This is not mystical. It is a natural human capacity for transcendence. Research shows that people who often experience such moments tend to be happier, more resilient, and have a clearer sense of meaning. 2. Beliefs that give shape to uncertainty. Humans cannot live with absolute uncertainty. We need a framework to understand the world, why bad things happen, why we exist, where we go after death. Religion and belief systems provide this framework. But even outside religion, we all hold beliefs that guide our lives. You believe hard work pays off. You believe kindness matters. You believe your life has purpose, even if you cannot prove it. These beliefs, though not scientifically provable, are forms of spirituality. They provide orientation in uncertainty, and that orientation is a real psychological need. 3. Rituals that ground a floating mind. Rituals are often seen as outdated or empty formalities, but psychology views them as essential. They give structure to experiences too large to process rationally. Lighting a candle, walking in nature, journaling, morning meditation. These small rituals help ground a wandering mind and remind you that you are part of a larger cycle. In a fast and unpredictable world, rituals create pockets of certainty. They are not about dogma, but about consistent practices that reconnect you to something beyond daily concerns. For suffering that opens the door to depth. Ironically, suffering often becomes the gateway to the deepest spiritual experiences. When life is smooth, we rarely question anything. But when crisis hits, loss, illness, failure, we are forced to confront bigger questions. What is all this for? What is the meaning of my life? Suffering dismantles the illusion of control. It humbles us and opens us to something beyond the ego. Viktor Frankl observed this in concentration camps. Those who could find meaning in suffering were the ones who endured. Not because suffering is good, but because it opens a depth that comfort cannot reach. 5. Transcending yourself when you stop being the center. Perhaps the most universal core of spirituality is the movement beyond oneself. When you sacrifice comfort for others, when you care deeply about something bigger than your own needs, when you hold a newborn and realize life is no longer just about you. In these moments, the center of your life shifts from me to something greater. Evolutionary psychology may explain this as a mechanism for social survival, but experientially, it creates a profound sense of meaning. When you stop protecting the ego, a strange freedom appears, one that makes you feel more whole. The point is, in psychological terms, spirituality is as real in need as eating or sleeping. It is the drive to connect with yourself, with others, with nature, and with life itself.